Hi, Jason Hall, GQue Barbecue. Few meals are as comforting as gooey mac and cheese. Today, I'm going to show you how to make an edible bowl for your mac and cheese using prosciutto. This is something your family and friends are going to love. If you want to see how we do that, it's coming up right now. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen, ready to prepare our edible prosciutto mac and cheese bowls. What is prosciutto? Prosciutto is Italian dry cured ham. It's usually sliced ultra thin. It's delicious wrapped around your favorite melon. First thing I want to do is take these and we're going to cut them in half so that we can easily fit them into our cupcake tins. So you can use any cupcake tin that you like. Obviously the bigger ones are going to get you bigger bowls. The smaller ones are going to get you smaller bowls. You do want to grease them. I like just any spray you can find in the supermarket. Give them a light spray. Be careful, because if that stuff hits the floor, it can get very slippery as well too. So now that we've got our lightly greased tray, we're going to go ahead and build our bowls with the prosciutto. To make the bowl, it usually takes about 5 pieces. I like to use about half of the piece to put on the bottom, and the other half to use as the side of the bowl. By putting 5 pieces down, you're going to have a really strong base of the prosciutto bowl that's really going to hold up the mac and cheese so it doesn't fall through once it's cooked. Okay, so we got our prosciutto bowls already set up in the cupcake tins. The next thing we need to do is add the mac and cheese. If you don't have a favorite mac and cheese recipe, go ahead and do a search on YouTube. There's all kinds of wonderful ones out there. Today we're going to use the mac and cheese that we serve in the restaurant. Our mac and cheese is a white American cream cheese sauce that we pour over elbow macaroni. It's very rich, very decadent, and very flavorful. Okay, so our bowls have been filled with our favorite mac and cheese. The next thing to do is we're going to bake this off at 350 in the oven for about 20 minutes. We're going to look for the edges of the mac and cheese to start bubbling, and also the sides of the prosciutto to start crisping up. Everything here is cooked, so all we're really doing is just kind of warming things up and really solidifying the prosciutto to make a bowl that's going to hold the mac and cheese so that we can eat these with our fingers. The other thing that we didn't talk about is the topping. I've got some panko crumbs right here. You can use any type of breadcrumbs you like. I like panko crumbs because I just love the texture of them. I think they're very crunchy. You can do 2 things right here. You can add some butter to this and put that on top, or you can leave them unbuttered. I like to leave them unbuttered. I find that it provides a much more crunchier texture, and I think that complements the soft texture of the mac and cheese a little bit better. However, if you like a softer breadcrumb, certainly add some butter right here. One of the things I like to do to kick these up is to add some of our rub to it. I think this gives it a very unique flavor. So I like to add about 1 part rub to about 6-7 parts panko crumb. And once I add it, I just kind of mix it up. So now what you have is seasoned breadcrumbs instead of just a traditional breadcrumb. And what we'll do is we'll let these cook for about 20 minutes. So they get that color we're talking about, and then we'll add the breadcrumbs, and we'll let the breadcrumbs cook on them for about 5 minutes. Okay, so we just pulled these from the oven after they've been in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. You can see the prosciutto has cooked. It's nice and golden brown around the sides. The cheese was bubbling around the outsides as well too. That's how we know it's ready for the breadcrumbs. We've got our seasoned breadcrumbs right here. I'm just going to put a little bit on top. So I'm going to pop these back into the oven for about 5 minutes to crisp up the breadcrumbs. Okay, so we just pulled these out after them being in the oven with the breadcrumbs for close to 5 minutes. We're going to let this cool down for 3 to 4 minutes, and then we're going to put them on a plate. Look at that guy. Nice little mac and cheese in an edible prosciutto bowl. So these guys are all finished, except for one last step. You can give them a little bit of color. I chopped up some curly parsley, and then we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of curly parsley on top. Now for my favorite part, the taste test. Oh boy. This is great. A nice all-in-one vessel. No utensils needed at all. Kids, judges love this kind of stuff. All kinds of great stuff going on here. First, let's talk about the textures. You get a nice, crunchy, edible bowl. Then you get into a nice, soft, delicate noodles. And then on top, you get the crunchy panko crumb topping to come into play again too. They all contrast one another very nicely. In terms of the flavors happening here, I love the zestiness that the rub provides, adding that to the panko breadcrumbs. That complements the creamy richness of the mac and cheese against the saltiness of the prosciutto. They all balance one another out very, very nicely. This is absolutely fantastic. If you got kids, I really think they would enjoy eating something like this. If you're a competitor and you want to try to change things up a little bit and try a new side item, give this a shot. We had a lot of success with this a couple of years ago. If this is something you guys want to taste, if this is something you want to try, give me a thumbs up. For our next video, I've got a sommelier that works here at the restaurant. He's going to talk to you guys a little bit about what wines pair best with barbecue. If that's something you want to see, smash down that subscription button and you won't miss that or any of our other videos that we got coming out. Until next time, Jason Ganal, GQue Barbecue.